got ourselves 3 rogues. I know it's 3 rogues, but we're just gonna have to run with it. We got Blood Dagger over on team 1 with Diabolicals on that team to leech you with Pearl Axe as well as Top G over on the team 1. Team 2 is very much agility heavy with Hockeys. We got us as Parasite. Sprigget, we got us as VMP. And Wild Imp, but this man setting up a gateway. Sprigget, please, no, wait, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Wait, Sprigget, no, wait, oh, okay. He just wanted to go in for a little love tap on my man Pearl. That's all he wanted to do. Big Fell Lord dropping in. Wild Imp just unloading meatballs back to back with a hand of Godans, going in for a port, trying to see if he can meet Pearl with a Mortal Coil. Actually, very aggressive Mortal Coil. Got himself a pretty big shield at the ready. And Pearl with a bubble. Imp needs a way out of this situation. Not feeling all that good. Blind right after. Just going for the stun as soon as the bubble does fall apart. With a hand to go down. Got himself even more pets joining him. Wild Imp not really looking good on health wise. Might have to go for Warlock House and does go for the Lockstone with a fear onto Pearl. Needs a little bit more damage onto Pearl. Not a lot of health available for the Warlock though. Might be in trouble. Hold on a second. Almost just made it disappear. I think he's just dead. Oh no. Oh no, Pearl does go for a bit of a reset with a what's it called? Laying hands. Why am I drawing a blank there? Wild Imp, no. Paladins, man. Trinket out for VMP. Full dots on a Pearl. Unless he got himself Blessing of Protection, he might just be done for the count. Needs a bop right now. Unless you just die, you're gonna have a heart attack. And heart attack. Actually, that timed it really, really well. I didn't think this man would go around and just envenom you like this. But there it is. With Top G gonna be up next. VMP did just stand in some of his best damage into the Paladin. So you won't have those for Top G at all. So now the Warrior could really use the Rogue as a punching bag. He does have a vanish, so he does have an escape. I think he has evasion still. There's going to be immediate trinket for Top G as soon as the stun comes out. Does not want to set it long whatsoever. Immediate fear into VMP as soon as he goes in for a cloak. There goes the Haymaker, knocking him down for just a minute. Just chopping up the Rogue as he goes in for a blind with advantage. Doesn't want to get defensive though. Using the advantage just to get himself, I think, another go. Whirlwind almost gets him out in the open. Eyes are going to get picked up. VMP is in a position where he needs to go in for some kind of an opener. Shiv onto Top G, got at least full dots rolling in. All damage is in. Top G just got to be very, very careful with his health. Needs to utilize his healing as best as possible. Quite a bit of damage out of the Rogue there. Looks like he's actually catching up with Top G a little bit. No defense available for MP. Got himself a shadow step to at least get away, but a Stormbolt does rattle his senses for a second, stunning him in place, and Top G able to go in for a back-to-back hits. Is it Parasite next? Is it? Or is it a Rogue? Is it Hockeys? I think it's trying to figure out who's going to be next. Is it Hockeys? Is it Para? They're both trying to figure out who's going to be next. I think it is Para. Hockeys is backing up out of there. Top G versus Para. It's going to be a bit of a rematch. Those two have dueled each other a lot. Even Top G is like, huh? Who am I fighting against? I throw his hands in the air, confused. Big Parasite trying to give him that honorable bow. Top G giving him that honorable roar. Both of them are there ready. Sigil dropping down. Top G barely avoiding it. Is going to be a Stormbolt immediately as Parasite has to take all the damage in the opener. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of an I-beam. Might give him a little bit of that leech in order to start surviving. Big stun on Top G. Massive blade dance off of that eruption. That's just so much out. Parasite trying to see if he can back up out of there. Able to get himself a miniature CC for a second after that eventual retreat. Top G borrowing a lot of health right now, has himself a Warlock House in case he needs it, as Parasite trying to get himself a bit of a better angle versus the Warrior leaping around the corner with the Reflect. Got himself Stormbolt, does at least stun Parasite, but Top G is dotted with that Sigil, not gonna feel any better. Cannot catch any kind of that second wind healing at all, and with a Blade Dance does get taken out. That Blade Dance is so strong. Parasite didn't even have to commit a lot of cooldowns there. For Top G, he was just able to methodically take him apart little by little, one at a time, which does put him in a much better situation versus Diabolical specifically. Parasite should have everything available here. I-beam with eventual treat. He's expecting a CC out of Diabolical immediately. Trying to go for a meta, looking to catch up, but the slow out of the succubus is going to be slowing him down. Does trinket in order to break out of the infernal stun. Going to be a fear wall available. Every defense is available for Dia. This is where Para is going to try to see if he can control him with a Sigil of Fear. As soon as he goes in for the gate, trying to catch up to him. Big Sigil, mad damage on the Diabolicals. Needs some kind of healing. Does he have a Mortal Coil? He does not. Parasite has everything available. Full pressure gonna die and nothing can stop him. It just lets it rip, just sands everything of the guy. And he does have immunity. He doesn't think have no meta. Definitely does not have a meta. He used that one already. Shadow Meld as well as Vengeful Retreat and an immunity with Netherwalk versus Delete You. Maybe it'll be enough right now. Trying to use the mobility. Vengeful does not stop the stun. Tried to go for Reflect. I don't even know what he reflected back at the guy. Para not in a great spot. Maybe look at an immunity really early here. He's just bleeding out. Hold on. Does he just die to a dot? Wait a second. I think Para barely alive. Barely surviving. Got himself a sigil around the corner. Needs someone to give him a little bit more health. If you can put some dots onto Delete You, that leech healing is at least going to help him recover even a smidge of health. Does get a stun around the corner. Full eye beam with the ready. Big cleave to follow. Massive hit and run. Got himself Vengeful Retreat. Big hit and run. Picked up a little bit of health from Delete You. And to try to see if he can get out of there. Delete You did end up pressing a big defensive though. Quick in prison. Parasite needs to find a way to keep the dots rolling into Delete You so he doesn't get that second wind healing, but he's able to recover a lot of health. There isn't much you can do. Parasite has to take the L there. Has to take and let Delete You recover all that healing. That is so much. Where you can just heal up so fast. Parasite is trying to save midair as best possible. Delete You doesn't stun him. He's learned whenever he sees the Demon Hunter Vengeful Retreat, he knows I'm not going to stun him until he lands on the ground. Until his feet touch the ground, he's a no-go zone. Cannot touch this man right now. As soon as Parasite is down, doesn't have a way out to break out of this one. Stun, does catch him, try to see if he can meld it, was not able to meld it properly with his stun to fall right after. Delete You does not have a trick anymore by the looks of it, so might be actually in all trouble. Massive set of souls are going to be fueling Parasite with a sigil of Elysian Decree, dropping down another blade dance on a Delete You. The man got a lot of aggression right now with a full blade sigil of fear to stop him, placing with the sigil of fire to rot him down. Not much he can do, and Parasite waited out long enough until he got some cooldowns. Big hit and runs, let him recover a ton of health with Blood Dagger going to be up next. Immediately hits him with a stun. Big meta right afterwards. Cloak of Shadows for blood as he goes in for immunity, kind of preparing it ahead of time. He got a full flagellation onto the Demon Hunter, trying to see if he can catch a reset. Will not let him get a reset whatsoever. He goes in, hits him with a couple bleeds, backs up out of there right afterwards. Blood Dagger does catch himself a vanish really quickly. Blade Dance to follow. Kidney Shot into Parasite. Does not really have any way to stop it, but it looks like the Kidney Shot is very, very DR. Trinket out of Blood Dagger. Try to see if you can reposition behind the far side by the tiger statues, but Parasite chasing after him. Does hit him with a Sap Dome. Does not last long. I think there's still some kind of a dot still rotting Parasite down. I think maybe Eruption does go for the evasion. Blood Dagger got plenty of big defenses. That sigil erupts. It's going to give a lot of souls to Parasite. Next Kidney Shot can be very deadly. Blind is huge. Blood Dagger able to avoid the fell devastation out of that second demon that spawns in for Para. He's going to be able to catch him before he can go for a stun. Full burst. Is it going to be enough though? I think Blood Dagger realizes it's just over. Does end up wiping him out. My goodness. Ah, that's a lot of damage. And you got pretty low a couple of times there too, especially against the warrior. I thought there's no shot he's gonna escape it, right? There's just no way he's gonna be able to escape it. But does end up climbing out on top. Alrighty, boys. Do we have enough for another one?